Yes, times were changing. In 1950, Pope Pius XII called on religious to review their role, to go back to their origins, to do as their founders had done and interpret the signs of the times.
The call came more forcefully in the Second Vatican Council, opened by Pope John XXIII in 1962.
It came again in Pope Paul VI's encyclical Populorum Progressio.
And louder still from Latin America in 1968 in the Medellin documents.
And the first one now will later be last, for the times they are...
Religious were called on to make a positive option for the poor.
As Latin American bishops woke up, shockwaves were felt throughout the Universal Church.
The response of the sisters in South America was swift. Sisters changed direction and went to live and work side by side with people in the shanty towns of Buenos Aires, Santiago and Lima.
Special general chapters of the congregation were held in 1968 and 1969. The chapters examined all aspects of the sisters' lifestyle and mission. This brought about drastic changes. Leaders looked to the signs of the times. Sisters were called to personal renewal. Community lifestyle was reviewed. Sisters withdrew from cherished works. Large buildings were relinquished.
Reactions were strong and varied. Dismay, anger, anxiety, excitement, hope, enthusiasm. A new vision of religious life was emerging. The road was unclear, for some unnerving.
For you who walk, there is no road. The road is made by walking. Looking back, you will see the path you will never tread again. For you who walk, there is no road, only a mirage in the sand.
In the 70s and 80s, many sisters left the congregation and few joined. Serious decisions had to be made. Should the sisters withdraw into self-preserving security and so fade out of existence? Or should they, like Elizabeth Prout, go forward in hope? Courageous leaders chose life. Like their foundress, Elizabeth Prout, leaders of the congregation took to heart the words of the Lord to Joshua.
Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
The General Chapter Mandate of 1995 firmly pointed the way forward.
Go to the desert where nobody goes. Go to the periphery where there is no power. Go to the frontier, a place of risk.
In the third millennium, what are the Sisters of the Cross and Passion about? Where do we find them?
We find them with marginalised people in England,
Ireland,
Scotland,
Wales,
Papua New Guinea,
USA,
Jamaica,
Argentina,
Chile,
Peru,
Botswana.
We find them in war-torn Eastern Europe, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Romania.
We find them at the heart of reconciliation in Northern Ireland.
They are involved with people in addiction, suffering from AIDS, refugees, hungry, homeless.
Retreat houses welcome anyone seeking pastoral support or spiritual renewal.
They serve as chaplains in hospices, hospitals, prisons, universities, schools.
They are involved in community development, ecology and green issues.
They are trying to build bridges through multi-faith and ecumenical work.
The Associate Programme extends the spirit and work of the Cross and Passion family.
Let us touch everything we see and change it to hope. Let us look at everything that could be, believing it will be.
Where do the sisters find their strength? In the Eucharist, in the shared vision of a praying community, in joyful celebration and friendship, in the triumph of the cross, in the conviction,
behold, I am with you always.
Today, the Cross and Passion Sisters look back with gratitude and forward in hope. They are inspired by heroic women, saintly souls growing old in the service of the Lord, their active ministry ended, their mission now to pray for a suffering world.
They are challenged and encouraged by the vitality and vision of new members.
Elizabeth Prout was an unlikely foundress, but she did her work well. 150 years later, her vision lives on. These are her followers today.
The faces in the photographs, heads all held high, not afraid to look life in the eye. They are women of backbone, keepers of the flame, with a spirit even hard times could not tame. I know the same blood is in me. I meet their gaze one by one. Eyes strong and clear, I feel them near.
It's a golden opportunity for me to be able to work with the generation who will be tomorrow's future.
Something which I came across recently, which I think sums up what we're trying to do. It was an Aborigine woman said, "If you've come here to serve me or to serve us, you're wasting your time. But if you've come because your liberation is bound up with ours, then let's work together." I have received an awful lot from them. I hope that they have received a lot from me. They have given me hope, and I hope that I have given them hope.
What is Elizabeth Prout saying to her sisters today?
Go to the desert where nobody goes. Go to the periphery where there is no power. Go to the frontier, a place of risk. May the passion of Jesus be always in our hearts.